Hi, I'm Laura from Pilates Process, and today I'm just going to show a few of my favorite things to do before a Pilates class or any other workout. For anyone that might feel tightness in the low back or a little vulnerability in core work, sometimes this can be a good preparation for a workout. So a lot of this doesn't look like specific low back exercises, but a lot of times there's other areas of the problem of the body that are tight or irritable when the low back is tight. So this is to address those. So the first thing I like to do is take a rolled up towel, or you can also use a little half ball, for a specific calf stretch. So I put the heels on the floor and the forefoot on the towel. And I'm just going to try and find a really upright posture here. Often if there's some calf tightness, then it causes us to either push back into the knees to offload that and or pitch forward in the hips, which is really taking that stretch away. So the idea is to keep as upright a posture as possible, trying to relax into this position and trying to think of almost a softening at the front of the ankle. And then to take this up a notch, I can take one foot forward, and then this back leg that's on the towel, I can do these little pulsed knee bends. And keeping my heel on the floor and kind of just a sinking quality into gravity, I can think of relaxing the front of the ankle, keeping the toes wide, and that's going to take it to a deeper ankle mobility, deeper calf release. Okay, so after about 30 seconds of those, I would switch to the other side. Foot on the floor, checking into my posture again, that I'm not in that pitched forward position, and small little pulses. It won't feel in this position that one can bend the knee very much. It's a pretty small knee pulse. And you do that for about 30 seconds. And no toe gripping is the other thing to watch. So after that, hopefully the feet feel a little bit freer. We can put the towel aside. And then I like to go into hip mobilizing. So standing upright, that same check-in in general posture, that I'm pretty aligned. And I'm going to take one foot out to the side. And then I'm just going to bend that knee and come back to upright. So I'm bending one knee. And as I do that, I'm hinging forward a little bit. So it's just to get a little stretch or a little release through the glutes and hips. That thought that I'm letting the glutes stretch, I'm folding forward at the hip sockets. Don't have to go very far. And it's just mobilizing the hips, and the back stays steady. And then we can do that on the other side. That foot's out, and I'm lunging towards it and back up. Little lunge towards it. Might get a sense of an inner thigh stretch. And a little hinge forward. If that feels really comfortable, then it can be fine to go alternating where it's a little bit of a bigger motion. And then from there, the third thing is a propped up plank. So it's a plank, but not all the way down on the floor. If you have a counter or a chair, then it's an elevated plank. So I'm just going to be in a push-up position on something sturdy. And carefully step back into that position so again the hip stays stable and I'm not pushing into that joint. And it's just holding and breathing that position for 10 or 20 seconds. Nice full breaths is a way to ensure that although the core is working, if it's working really well, we should be able to breathe fully. And if this is comfortable, you can add a few little calf pulses. Another way to get some ankle and calf mobility here. And then stepping out of that, and finally mobilizing the upper body a little bit with some shoulder rolls. So there's a lot of different versions. We can do hands on the shoulders and just circling the elbows. It's like a backstroke. One elbow reaches forward to go back and around, alternating sides. You can feel the shoulders moving on the back, and at the same time, it gets a little bit mobility into the upper back and rib cage. And then we can reverse that, do a little forward stroke with the elbows. Whatever range feels comfortable and nice in the shoulders. and sometimes getting that upper body release, the ankles and hips released a little bit, and that broader core going makes it easier to get more out of a traditional Pilates workout. All right, hope that helps.